Welcome to Gustav Makes a Movie Part 3, where we are going to talk about how to plan your movie. It's going to be really exciting to talk about papers. Now, this is usually how, when we starting writing, we have here, and we write for some time in the script that it says the script usually what stuff do we need and on what location do we need it. So usually when I'm working that let's take Root of Darkness as an example. When we were scripting, we had come up with the monsters quite early in the process. Let's say in the 10% of the finishing we actually had a lot of stuff, and that stuff was things that we absolutely gonna have, like stuff where we're going to have the night costume that he's putting on. So usually have it looks like this, but two different small little notes like this, because my life accepts other notes. Anyway, so we have so I have to fix that and build that, and if you actually gonna look up that build, you will see that it's the same armor that we used in the movie. And then we have locations, which also have a little bit of a video on that I did a very long time ago, which we will link here. Anyway, so then we might have to build something. So that's like, what are we gonna build? Like a basement, and this is built, but at the time where we're still writing it because we need these things. So now we have like the armor, the basement. I'm making these things, and then when Jesper and I meet, we refine all these things. So you can make a whole list here out of stuff you need and stuff. And now you might have a little. How about the cast? Cast is usually the least thing I am worrying about, because I usually take what I can get, and usually we are so few people, so it's got about 4 people. So we have this list here, but also we have stuff like we have an exploding head. Yes, exploding head, explosion. See, which is a very important thing to have in a nice, interesting in a movie, I think. And also, how will that be shot and what locations and that one. And also now, when we have what we're gonna have and what location we're gonna have, like which order are we going to film it? Let's say the basement. The basement is going to be a big part of it. So let's say that this is like a priority thing that we absolutely need to have and use a lot of times in it. And also these things, now when we have the cool locations, the cool stuff, and also some here also have to be like lines. Like, what's this the things that points out to you that this is a good thing?
You geek it.
Then you're gonna film them at one time before you even start production to make a little interesting, let's say, concept trailer if you want to make a Kickstarter for it. So let's move on. So here is a list that usually looks like things that we need to have on when we're gonna film, and you're gonna miss probably something of it, but it's very good to have like a list for this. And this is still early in the timeline of the actual movie is gonna be finished. So I crank them out once a year. It usually looks like this. So I filmed this earlier, but here's a more understanding thing. Here we have, in these sections here, here we have in these sections here, we have the months, the 12 months of the movie will be started. A normal movie production will look like this: pre-production, filming, post-production, finished movie. Now, here is how I work. And we start basically, this is a year, like see here, it's January to December. Usually it's January, or February, whatever. It's usually within a year it is finished. However, so we are basically I have had some idea even before this on the movie before that. So we started here to write this thing here. Maybe I should have it. This green here is writing. So we're writing to here, like here we have the basic smaller ideas, and then it usually stretch out to 3 months later. We actually have the first like draft, and then it's like maybe a week or two or something in that we have the proper like end finished script, and then it's usually some kind of rewriting thing going on the way. Yeah. So now you understand that. So now, to explain with the blue pen here, we actually have what is going to be built by me, or like let's say costumes and sets and effects and stuff like that. Usually we have a very strong like period here of what the things that we would have, like let's say blood explosions and knight in armors and all the cool things in there, and then they are going to be basically all the really cool important things that is very good for a concept trailer is going to be finished within 3 months or something there, where me and Jesper are going to film things. So and then we usually have like here starts then we usually have some little bit of a test footage things going on like here and there and here and there, and then we actually do a little bit of a proper filming block here with we do a little concept trailer to show people that the movie is on and this is going to be cool and it's going to be out within a year. Yes, and then we actually will have another color. So, the black here will actually be editing. So we're actually going to, of course, edit things together like this here. But when we actually start properly filming here, we are going to do in weekends things there, and we're going to have a weekend there, and we're going to have a weekend there, and we're going to basically start with the filming on the weekend, actually the first part of the movie and on the same location, so we do that. And then we are, if we miss something, we actually are very strongly editing between these weekends. So I can just here, when you see where I've been jumping here from there, I make notes here what is missing, like here, well, let's say we missed the log, or you need a close-up or someone's face or something. So we do the little list, usually kind of long, and then we film it there. So it's an overlapping cutting. Maybe it's a little bit of a rough cut, but we actually don't miss things there. We can use some freedom in fixing stuff over time there. Also, I usually also in the middle weeks here also build things that might need to be shot in this weekend here. It usually there's something that needs some minor things, or fixing a set or something, or you can get access to a set or something. So there is like this ongoing process constantly of all the 3 things, instead of having them being shot conventionally in 3 steps. So even filming usually are a little bit here and there in the last things. I usually call Jesper and say, oh, we need to do that, or if we have to fix that, and we do that a little bit in the end things here, where they actually have a very, very, very thick, big block of things going on with all the color, basically. Not so, but anyway, the process has been more stretched out over time. Also, when the script is finished, we usually do this. Like, this is we're gonna film this, and we're gonna film this, and then on the next page, you can see that we're gonna have some little changes there, and or something like that. But usually, I do it like this, so I know what to film for every time we are on set. Also, you can write dates also if you want to be really prepared. Now, You might ask yourself, wouldn't this process be very, very annoying for people who have other plans on the weekend and doesn't want to spend 8 weekends in a row doing something? That's the thing. It is a lot easier if you are having it concentrated one day so they can do something else on the weekend if they actually sign up for this, because you're usually going to have some people you know who are going to help you with these things if they are that generous. Anyway, the better you are, the shorter the filming will be. However, also the smaller the crew and the smaller the amounts of actors and things you have, the easier this will be to finish and do, that you can cram in a lot more without people having to sit on a little wait. That's how I do it anyway. Also, people quite hesitating to come out here to where I live due to it's a forest and quite far away from civilization. Back in my day, there was a bus going here. No, it's no bus going here. That's sad. At the same time in Wakanda, the Black Panther is attacking. The tree has fallen. So I hope you find my weekend overlapping process intriguing, as it's a very different way to work, I have noticed. So next time we will actually talk a little bit more about hands-on things to actually make it when you start actually filming the thing. So see you in the next part. Build video might take a while because I'm making at the moment a very, very, very complicated, very long thing, but it will be a very long and interesting video when it's finished. See you.